Hey guys, it's the Average Joe back with another video, and today we're looking at 3 brand new chargers from the amazing people at Spigen. They did provide these for me to review, so I want to thank them, and I want to thank everyone for just supporting my channel, for allowing me to do this. And let's get right into it. I've had these for almost a week now. I've been using them around the house, and these have been great. These replaced a good amount of my chargers that I use for my HomePods, my phone, my tablets, my MacBooks. It's been amazing. So we have 3 of them. We have the ArcStation Pro GAN 352, ArcStation Pro GAN 452, and the ArcStation Pro GAN 652. They are a 35 watt, 45 watt, and 65 watt chargers. And these little guys pack so much power, and it's just been amazing how little room they take up, whether it's at home or even in your backpack. So we're going to take a look at them right now. I've already been using them, so they've been unboxed, but I repackaged them so to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like. So we'll start with the 35 watt charger. They made it very easy to open now. You just like quick pull tab, and then you kind of just open the bottom. But yeah, so this is it right here. They are both dual USB. All 3 of these are dual USB Type-C chargers, PD. You got the model number here, and then you see here it's 40% smaller than the Apple's 30 watt charger, which is huge, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of the specs right here. So the first port, which is the top port, will charge at 30 watt max. The bottom one too, but when you're using both ports, it shows you here the top one will max out at 25 watts, the bottom one will max out at 10 watts. So this is great for an iPhone and charging your AirPods, or both of these are great at charging dual anything. So basically, whatever has the most high output, you want to either plug your iPad or your laptop in, and then the lower one could either be your phone or your AirPods or just whatever else you need to charge. So it's great, and we'll just open it up here. So again, it's the top one's 25 watts, the bottom one is 10 watts. And then you see right here, you just kind of pull out the bottom here, and you got, we'll just move these off to the side. You got some paperwork, an ad for their 121. I did a video on this as well. Some paperwork and a little warranty, customer service card right there. These are the same across all 3 boxes. So, and then we have the actual charger right here, and man, like, look how small this thing is. This is tiny. Yeah, and it's so great. So with 25 watts and 10 watts, this is, like I said, it's perfect for your iPhone and a tablet, or your iPhone, AirPods, like that. So I have a little charger, a little power cable here, and we'll just run a couple of quick tests as we do this. So I'm just going to plug this in, and Spigen did we're gracious enough to supply cables as well. So we got these beautiful white cables to go along with these chargers. We have the DuraSync USB-C to USB-C cable. It's got PD, so, and it also does data up to 480 megabits per second, and it can output a max of 60 watts. I've run tests on these cables. I'll have a link for all that down below. These cables are legit. And then they did supply a essential MFI USB Type-C to Lightning with PD, 1 meter in length. So these are fresh in the box. I have not used these because I wanted to open them up and just kind of show you what they look like. So this is the USB-C to Lightning, and this one is the Type-C to Type-C with PD, and look at how beautiful this cable is. Look at that braided cable, and I love that they come with their own cable wraps, and these are sturdy connectors, so these are going to last a long time. They're not going to break. But anyway, let's try it out. Okay, I have my iPhone here, my iPhone 12 Pro Max. and then I have an iPad right here. So we're going to just, you know, give it a shot and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna just undo the cable wraps really quick. Undo these cables. Sorry guys, I'm still trying to work on getting wider angle cameras. I'm only using my iPad and my iPhones right now. But yeah, so ideally, since I am charging an iPad and an iPhone, what I want to do ideally would be to charge the iPad through the top cable, the top port, and the phone through the bottom one. So we got the Type-C to Type-C, then we got the Type-C to Lightning right here, and let's do some charging. Got the iPhone plugged in, charging, and we got the iPad plugged in, charging. So I don't think we have any issues with output because I've reviewed Spigen chargers in the past and their advertised output is legitimate, especially when you pair it with their cables. Their speeds are great. So you won't have any worries about that. So I think that's the only charging demo I'm gonna do for the sake of the video and the length. So I'm just gonna move everything off to the side, and we'll just look at the rest of the chargers one at a time. So this is the 35 watt, and then we're gonna look at the 45 watt charger right here. And this one is 26% smaller than Samsung's 45 watt charger. And Samsung's chargers aren't always that big either. They're not grotesquely big like Apple's. So that's good to know. And both USB ports output a max of 45 watts. But when you do it separately, when you're plugging two in, you got 25 watts of max output up top, 20 watt max output at the bottom. So this is definitely, you can plug in tablet, phone, or even tablet. You can charge two tablets with this, no problem. And what's great is 25 watts, 20 watts is, you know, for those of you who use HomePods, I have two HomePods, and I'm going to unbox as I'm talking. You can legitimately plug two HomePods into this, especially if you use them in what is it called? In stereo mode. So I've tried it and it works. So this will definitely power and supply two HomePods. There, HomePod minis. I'm sorry, not two HomePods. Two HomePod minis, and you can use this to give to do the stereo effect. I tried it on my desk. Right now, I only have one HomePod mini in my desk and one in my living room. But for the sake of this video, I did try putting two of them on my desk, plugging them both into this guy, and I had no issues with powering them and, you know, using Siri, stereo output, and all of that. So the 45 watt one is the minimum you're gonna need if you want to use two HomePods, and it's basically the minimum you're gonna need if you want to charge two iPads. This one is one iPad, one iPhone, or one iPhone and anything else. But yes, and then we have the last one, which is the big boy. This is a 65 watt. This one is, if you're just gonna use this for your MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, that's fine. But it's 53% smaller than Apple's 67 watt charger. That is huge, because this one, if you're traveling with just a MacBook, this is all you're gonna need, and it saves so much space in your bag. So here are the specifics. You got 65 watts of max output per port, like in each port. If you use one port, you're gonna get 65 watts max. That's it. But if you use two, you're gonna get 40 watts and 25 watts. So you can technically charge a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, 13-inch MacBook Pro, and an iPad with this. Obviously, the MacBook Pro or the MacBook Air is gonna charge a little slower, but 40 watts is enough to do some charging. So you get the total output of 65 watts. So this thing is great for that. Just gonna open it up real quick as I'm talking. So these guys are a lot smaller than their counterparts from major brands, and this is something that I think is crucial when you are trying to just charge in a lighter way, or just kind of lighten the load when you carry everyday stuff. So yeah, I definitely recommend this. And what's also great about all of these three chargers is they have this thing that Spigen calls, it's called intelligent safety. So what that means is that there's safety built into these, all three of these, in that it prevents overheating. So that when it gets too hot, or it does it so that it won't get too hot. So that is what's great about all these three. And if you look, these guys are not big at all. Like, this is a 65 watts. This is the biggest guy, and it's not even that big. So you can charge a MacBook Air, an iPad Pro with this, 2 iPads or 2 HomePod Minis, an iPad and iPhone. So whatever your combination is, whatever kind of charging needs you have, Spigen has you covered. What's also great is if you think about their counterparts. Now, Anker is another great big company. But if you look at Anker's Anker Nano 2 30-watt charger, that only has one USB port. This one is competitive. This is not only does it have 5 watts more, but it's got 2 ports. If you look at Anker Nano 2 45-watt charger, that again, 45 watts, it's the same thing, but that only has one USB port. This one has 2. And then you look at their 65-watt charger, their Anker Nano 2 65-watt charger. Again, 1 port, 2. And here's the thing. This is smaller. All three of these, well, these two are smaller than the Anker 45-watt and 65-watt. And this is about the same size. So with these two, not only are you getting smaller chargers with the same amount of output, but you're getting an extra port. And if you think about Anker Nano 2's 2-port 65-watt charger, sure, same power, 2 ports, but this is a lot smaller. Well, not a lot, but it's about a good amount smaller than the Anker Nano 2 2-port 65-watt chargers. So I think Spigen hit it out of the park with these chargers. I have no complaints. Again, the overheat protection, it did work. It's not like these things felt super hot. My devices didn't feel super hot. I used them for about a week, and I'm going to go back to putting these back into where they were. So I might even just get another HomePod Mini just so that I can use this to kind of get stereo sound on my desk. But yeah, so these are, all throughout my house, plugged into the wall, charging different things. I mainly use this for my kids, 2 of my kids' tablets. I use this for myself and my wife in our iPads, and I use this mainly as just a travel companion. But sometimes it's plugged into my desk where I plug in, if I need to charge my iPad, I'll plug in here along with my phone. But yeah, so Spigen, good job. Thank you so much for these 3 chargers. I'll have everything linked again down below. Thanks again for checking out today's video. Leave a comment below to see, let me know, do these help you? I'm pretty sure they would. And if you have any questions about these chargers, again, thanks guys. Have a good one. Bye.